A single millimeter can destroy your Miata's fenders. That's right, pick the wrong wheel offset and you'll be grinding metal on your first corner. I've seen it happen countless times. Today, we're solving Miata wheel fitment once and for all. Whether you've got an NA from 1989 or a brand new ND, I'll show you exactly what fits, what doesn't, and what happens when you push the limits. We'll cover stock specs for every generation, the most popular aftermarket setups that actually work, how wide you can go before needing fender mods, plus the best tire choices for street, track, or daily driving. And yes, we'll talk about those common mistakes that turn your dream wheels into an expensive nightmare. Let's start with what Mazda gave us from the factory. The NA and NB Miatas, that's 1989 through 2005, all use a 4-100 bolt pattern with a 54.1mm center bore. Stock wheels were tiny. We're talking 14-inch 5.5 Steelies or 14-6 alloys with a plus 45 offset on most models. The NB stepped up to 15 Debra 6 wheels with a slightly lower plus 40 offset, and the turbo Mazda speed came with 17 IG7 racing hearts, also at plus 40. Those racing heart combos weighed a hefty 37.4 pounds each, not ideal for a lightweight sports car. The NC changed everything in 2006. Mazda switched to a 5x1 14.3 bolt pattern with a larger 67.1mm hub bore. Stock wheels were either 60-knot 6.5 or 17.7, both with a conservative plus 55 offset that tucked them way inside the fenders. Then in 2016, the ND went back to 4-100, same 54-in-1 hub bore as the original. Stock sizes are 16.65 or 17.7 with a plus 45 offset. So if you're swapping wheels between generations, only NA, NB, and ND share the same bolt pattern. Now for the fun part. What people actually run. The most popular upgrade for NA and NB? 15x8 plus 25 to plus 30 offset. This gives you that perfect flush look without major modifications. One forum member runs 15x8 plus 28 NK, RPF1s with 205/50 R15 tires. Just needed a mild fender roll and it fits perfectly. The magic number for no modifications? 15x8 plus 35. That's your safe zone. Want specific recommendations? The 949 Racing 6UL in 15x8 plus 36 is basically the perfect Miata wheel. Weighs only 11 pounds and fits without any fender work. They're about $200 to $250 each. For a more aggressive look, Koenig Hypergrams in 15A8 plus 25 run about $150 per wheel, but you'll need to roll those fenders. On the budget end, XXR makes 15-8 plus 20 wheels for around $120 each, but honestly, I'd spend the extra for quality. We'll talk about why later. For NC owners, 17x8 plus 45 is your starting point. But here's where it gets interesting. Many NC guys run 17x9 plus 45 with 245 40R17 tires for serious grip. That setup requires rolled fenders and about -2 degrees of camber, but it transforms the handling. ND owners typically go 17x8 with a plus 35 to plus 40 offset. Goodwin Racing even developed a specific plus 38 offset wheel because, and I quote, "It simply looks better than plus 45 and still clears everything." Alright, let's talk about pushing limits. How wide can you really go? On NA and NB without fender mods, 15x8 plus 35 is about it. Drop to plus 30 or lower, and you'll need to roll those fenders. One owner runs 15x8.5 plus 25 with stretched 205s. Had to roll fenders front and rear plus dial in -3 degrees of camber. The result? Absolutely flush with the fenders, but it took work. Want to run 15x9 on your NA or NB? It's possible with a plus 36 offset, significant negative camber, and rolled fenders. You're looking at -2.5 degrees minimum, and even then you might graze the fender liner on big compressions. The widest tire on stock NA/NB fenders is about 225 section width. Anything bigger needs flares or a wide body kit. I've seen Rocket Bunny NA builds running 15x10 with 245s, but that's full custom territory. Here's the key threshold. On NA and NB, 15x8 plus 30 is the maximum for no fender roll. Anything lower needs bodywork. For NC, 17 by 9 plus 45 with 245 width tires requires rolled fenders and aggressive camber. On ND, 17 by 8 plus 35 with 235s needs minimal work, just roll the fronts. But 17 by 9 plus 45 with 245s? That's full roll, -2 to 3 degrees camber, and possibly trimming fender liners. Let's talk rubber. For street performance, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S is king, but only comes in 17-inch sizes. ND and NC owners grab these in 215/45R17 and thank me later. For NA and NB folks on 15s, the Bridgestone RE71RS in 205/50R15 is basically a cheat code, 200 treadwear near race compound grip, perfect for autocross. Just know they'll only last about 8 to 10,000 miles of spirited driving. Budget conscious? The Dunlop Durezza DZ102 is solid for under $1,000 a set and 195/50R15. For track days, step up to Toyo R888Rs in 205/50R15 or Nitto NT01s in 225/45R15. These are basically slicks with just enough tread to be street legal. And if you daily drive in all weather, Continental Extreme Contact DWS Aero 6 Plus is the answer. They make them in 205/50R16 and up, perfect for 4-season Miata duty. Quick word on spacers. Sometimes you need them, but choose wisely. If your wheels sit too far in, a quality hub-centric spacer can save the day. H&R and iBosch make excellent ones specifically for Miatas. But here's the thing. Anything over 5mm and you'll need extended studs or bolt-on spacers. One forum member used H&R 25mm spacers to flush out his ND's stock wheels. Worked perfectly, but that's essentially like running a +20 offset. Always use hub-centric spacers to avoid vibrations. Your suspension setup changes everything. Lower your Miata, and suddenly that perfect fitment starts rubbing. Why? Less clearance plus more body roll equals tire meeting fender. The good news? Coilovers actually help with fitment. Stock NA and NB springs have wide perches that interfere with wider wheels. Coilovers use narrower springs mounted higher, giving you more inner clearance. That's why most people running 15 by 9 need coilovers. It's not just for the drop, it's for the space. Here's a pro tip. Negative camber from lowering actually helps fitment. As the wheel tilts in, the top of the tire tucks under the fender. That's why a lowered car with -2 degrees might clear wheels that would rub at stock height. But remember, lower means less suspension travel. If you're running soft springs and an aggressive fitment, you'll bottom out and destroy tires. Match your spring rates to your wheel setup. Time for the mistakes that'll cost you. Number 1. Ignoring hub bore size. Miatas need 54.1mm for NA, NB, and ND, or 67.1 for NC. Most aftermarket wheels come with larger bores. Skip the hub-centric rings, and you'll get vibrations that feel like bad wheel balance. $10 rings prevent $100 headaches. Mistake 2. Wrong lug nuts. Miatas use 60-degree conical seat lugs. Some aftermarket wheels need ball seat or shank style. Use the wrong type and your wheel can literally fall off. Also, cheap replica wheels? Just don't. I've seen roto wheels crack at the hub during autocross. The wheel sheared right off. Spend the extra $50 per wheel for something reputable like NK or Koenig. Your safety isn't worth saving $200. Extreme tire stretch is another killer. Sure, a 195 on an 8-inch wheel gives you clearance, but go too far, like 185 on a 9-inch, and you risk de-beading. I watched a Miata at a drift event blow a stretched tire right off the bead mid-slide. Instant loss of control. Stay within manufacturer specs or just slightly outside. Your Instagram photos aren't worth a crashed car, so where do you get wheels that actually fit? For custom fitment, check out threepiece.us. These guys specialize in building wheels to your exact specs. Need a 15 by 8.3 at +27 offset? They'll make it. They're the fitment experts who can craft forged three-piece wheels with any offset width or finish you want. Yeah, custom forged wheels run $600 to $1,000 per wheel, but for a show car or serious track build, It's worth having wheels built specifically for your setup. Let me show you what works in the real world. First up, a 1995 NA running 949 racing, 6 ULs, 15x8 plus 36 with 205 50R15s. No fender mods, no rubbing, just bolt on and go. Perfect daily setup. Next, an aggressive 1990 NA with 15x8.5 plus 25 wheels, stretched 205s, dropped 2.5 inches. Owner rolled all fenders, runs -3 camber, occasional rub on big dips, but the stance is incredible. For UNC guys, check this out. 17x9 plus 45 RPF1s with 2440R17 RE71Rs. All fenders rolled, -2 degrees camber, slight trim on the rear bumper tab. The result? Massive grip that transforms the car. And for ND owners, here's a show car running 17x8 plus 25 with stretched 205s. Front fenders rolled, -2.5 camber up front. Wheels sit perfectly flush with the body. Pure show car status, but still drivable. Let's wrap this up. For a no-hassle street setup on NA or NB, go 15x8 plus 35 with 205 50R15s. Want more aggressive? 15x8 plus 25 to 30, but roll those fenders. NC owners, start with 17x8 plus 45, or go 17x9 for track duty. ND guys, 17x8 plus 38 to 40 is your sweet spot. Always use hub-centric rings, get the right lug nuts, and don't cheap out on wheels. Factor in your suspension. Lower means tighter clearances. And remember, every millimeter counts in wheel fitment. Measure twice, buy once. That's your complete Miata wheel fitment guide. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. Building a show car? Check out threepiece.us for custom wheels. And if this saved you from buying the wrong wheels, hit subscribe. Next week, we're diving into forced induction options for every Miata generation. Trust me, you don't want to miss that.